Hello and welcome to Bobstercast, the podcast for all things Bob's Burgers. I'm Mr. Wizard and I'm joined by Tare.
Yo.
And today we're talking about one of the best episodes in the whole series, Bob Day After.
Yeah.
So this
Agreed.
episode introduces Mickey and Sergeant Bosco. Mickey is like very great.
I love Mickey so much. He's so good.
Yeah. And I think, he's voiced by Bill Hader in this one.
Yeah.
So this is after the Belchies episode.
Yeah.
Let's start by so the episode starts out with Bob and Linda needing to extend the loan, like in the movie.
Yeah.
And they have this whole like thing that they're gonna say, like, what is past overdue? And stuff like that.
It's so stupid, but it's so good.
Yeah. And Mr. Dowling says no. But then Bob causes like some sort of scene and that he just pushes over a cardboard stand and that was his scene. And as he's walking out of the bank, Mickey is walking in to the bank. And then sometime later, I don't know what happens in between this. I know like Bob tells Linda that he didn't work out. But sometime after that, a bunch of police cars show up and Linda thinks it was Bob's doing.
Yeah.
And then they all like go into the bank and Sergeant Bosco uses the restaurant as like a base for the police. And he asks Mickey for his demands. And then Mickey wants pizza from Jimmy Pesto's, which which upsets Bob a lot.
Of course.
And sometime later, he's shooting up the pizza and saying that Jimmy Pesto's sucks.
Yeah.
Which it probably does.
Yeah, for sure.
He probably uses like shit in his pizza.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
And then I forgot to mention something too. They use the like robot car to move the pizza into the bank. And then Gene asks the operator of the car about robot college.
Oh yeah.
It was just a bunch of like imaginations from Gene. I don't remember exactly what. Cause when I was watching the episode and I was looking down at the paper writing stuff.
Yeah.
After that, Mickey shoots the pizza and says Jimmy Pesto sucks, and then instead of Jimmy Pesto's pizza, I think it was
whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm bad at this.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Sergeant Bosco asked Mickey what a bunch of different places he wants, like Chinese, fish, or whatever, and Bob is just like burgers.
Yeah.
And then he eventually is like burgers, and then Mickey wants burgers, so Bob takes all their orders, and while he's doing that, Mickey points his gun at everybody. And it's like, who wants cheese? And then it's like, they all want cheese.
They all want cheese.
And then he was like, what do I want? And Bob recommends the burger of the day, which was the charred to a crisp burger, which has Swiss char on it. So Mickey has that. And then when Bob goes into the bank Bob wants to deliver Mickey wants Bob to deliver the burgers. So before he goes, like all the Bob or Linda and the kids are just like, Bob, don't go, and stuff. And this just pisses Sergeant Bosco off a lot. he eventually gets all the kids off of him, and then he forgets that he needs a logo on the bag. So Tina draws a fish,
A fish, yeah.
which the art supplies people says is penis.
Yeah. It looks like a penis.
Tina said it was easy to draw, and Bob's like, a burger's not easy to draw, or my name's not easy to draw. And Bob is also given armor vests for protection. And then he goes to the bank, and then the police try to snipe Mickey as he grabs the burgers. But Bob like drops the burgers because he's like, they tried to shoot me.
It's so goofy, man.
And then Bob actually runs into the bank, and this is how Mickey makes him into a hostage. And then Louise interviews Mickey.
Yes, this is my favorite scene, like ever. I think is one of the best scenes in Bob's Burgers. It's so good. Oh,
How did you get into bank robbing?
how did you get into bank robbing? Me and a buddy of mine, it's just like the casualty. It's so good. Oh,
Then when Sergeant Bosco tries to take the phone, it's like, my dad's in there.
he's in there.
When she's just trying to interview Mickey, it's not about her dad at all.
The thing that like took me a bit to realize I'm really stupid, was because they can hear her. They can hear her being like interviewing Mickey. So they know that she's just not trying to talk to her dad. If anything, they're like, she doesn't want to talk to her dad. So it's.
She was gonna make her important person essay on
Mickey.
No, on her dad at first. And then it's like, if you die, I'll make it on Gene. And then everyone's like, or I think Gene's like, or Louise is like, I'll have to start calling Gene Dad.
Ugh.
Which is a foreshadowing, an episode where I don't remember what it's called, but Gene starts to look like Bob and starts to act like Bob.
Yeah. That scene is so good. Let him get in here and settle this. Don't call your mother Lit.
And then Tina tries to get her money out of the bank, and they do that. And I think Tina says she has $89 in there, and Mickey's like, well, you have 200 in here. And then they use the robot car to and Gene is actually the one driving it this time to bring her money to Tina. And then Gene circles the car around, messing with Tina when she tries to grab it. And then this is when Mickey says that Bob is now a hostage. I think I don't exactly remember, even though I just watched it. And then eventually, Sergeant Bosco wants Bob to be his man on the inside, and Bob is instructed to tell everyone to get out when the tear gas bomb, which they put inside the building now, is released. Mickey also then reveals that this is the first bank that he's robbed alone, without his friend Rodney. And then he tries calling his friend Rodney up, which Rodney's in prison right now. So he calls the prison and asks to call or talk with Rodney. And then when he calls Rodney, Rodney doesn't want to have any part in the bank robbing. And Mickey realizes that this will mean he has to turn himself into the police because he's not getting out of this with the money. Yeah. So Bob tells him that he has to do it on his own terms. And Mickey's terms were that he wants Bob's burgers before he goes to jail.
Yeah.
So they do this circle thing where
this circle thing. Oh my god, it's so good.
Where the hostages have to go in a circle and the police have to go in a circle, so no one tries to shoot Mickey.
Anyone, yeah.
And run away. and then they switch places. With the police are going into the bank with the tear gas inside, and the hostages and Mickey are going into Bob's Burgers. So then, when they get in, Bob makes him a burger, and I think Louise tries to interview Mickey more.
I think
I
so.
mean, it would make sense that Louise would try to do that.
Yeah.
And then Mickey wants to make sure that when he does get caught, he wants to do it with his pants up because when Rodney got caught, his pants came down, and he doesn't want to make a fool of himself. And then he finds his chance to run away when the tear gas releases into the bank, and all the police are just like coughing and vomiting and stuff. So Mickey makes a break for it, but he's caught with the money, and I think Mickey says something like, hold on, let me see. What does he say? He says this before he runs away. Oh, yeah, he says, I'm sorry to eat and run, and asks if it was a cool line. And then he runs away.
Yeah.
And then he gets caught, but he didn't get caught the way Rodney did with his pants down.
And so the legend. Wow, fuck that up. So the legend lives.
And while he's running, Louise is like, "Yes, run, Mickey!"
Oh, Louise.
And then Mr. Darling comes up to Bob and says that he was wrong about Bob, and that he'll talk about the loan, extending the loan tomorrow. Then something explodes in Bob's thing, and it seems that Mickey put money in Bob's pants pocket, and Mr. Darling is just like, "No, you stole money," even though it was Mickey who stole the money for Bob, and Bob had no idea. So they never say if Bob got the loan or not because of that. He probably did.
I guess it's up to interpretation, it's just real artistry.
Yeah, I think he would have gotten it. But 2 weeks later, Mickey calls to see what grade Louise got on her important person essay that she did on him. And when Bob asks Louise, she says, I didn't even turn it in. So Bob just says that Louise got an A. And then when Mickey announces to all the other prisoners that she got an A, I think he says that they got an A.
Oh, we got an A. I think that's what he says. Like, we got an A or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got an A. And then all the prisoners are like, A.
Oh, which is so sweet.
I wonder if she got a B, all the prisoners would be like, B.
Nice.
And then the end credits are just mostly the same, except with a remote control car rolling around on the kitchen floor with Gene controlling it. And then it gets stuck in between the thing, and no one's helping him.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, it's just Gene going, oh, 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 oh. Because or maybe it's the remote control car. I don't know, because there's nobody. It doesn't see anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the summary of Bob Day Afternoon. Let's see. So we can talk a little bit about Mickey in this, but we're going to have a whole episode dedicated to Mickey and Sergeant Bosco.
Yeah. I feel like not even just as because I don't know if it was planned that Mickey was going to be a reoccurring character, but if it was planned, this is the perfect introduction to him. It's just even just as a concept, like a bank robber robbing a bank and like even just down to that one scene, like a daughter interviewing her because the restaurant she's next to is so funny, but like them befriending the bank robber, and like it just, as a concept, the whole episode is just perfection. It's so, and I believe it's the first episode for season 2, right?
No, it's the second.
Second episode. I was like, it's a good first episode. The Bell Cheese is the first episode, and then this is the second one. I always mix them up. But yeah, I even as a second episode, I feel like it's really good because it's just like, so I don't know. It's just, oh, I love like this episode so much. It's so perfect.
And when I was first getting into Pop Day Afternoon, I was asking the Discord what
Yeah.
episodes, and they were like, Bob Day Afternoon, Bob Day Afternoon.
Yep.
I was like, okay, I need to see what the hype is all about.
Yeah.
And when I did, I was like, oh yeah, the hype is, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was wanting to see how the hype for that was. And so I asked Discord.
Yeah, it's such a perfect episode. Mickey is so beloved by all the fans, and for a reason. He's amazing. And like, I feel like he like, yeah, like
And I watched the movie before I watched like,
oh no.
I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of the thing. Like I think I watched the museum episode, which that was a great one. And then I watched like 2 or 3 others or 4 others, I don't remember. And then I was like, the Bob's Burger movie came out last year. I want to see what that's all about.
Yeah.
So I watched that, and I saw Mickey, but then I was like, oh, maybe I should have watched more episodes.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the introduction to Mickey is the introduction to Mickey. Whichever one you watch it in is just, it's Mickey. Like, you love him no matter what. It's just also,
Yeah.
okay, so I love Bill Hader as Mickey. We're going to talk about this in the Mickey episode, but I just want, just in case, like, we, as much as we miss, Bill Hader as Mickey, as much as we love Bill Hader as Mickey, shout out to all the voice actors doing an impression of him. That's got to be hard. And also just getting all the people like, I miss Bill Hader. Like, again, we love and miss Bill Hader. Barry is awesome. I haven't caught up with it, but that's besides the point. He got nominated for Emmys, I think. But shout out to the voice actors. Y'all are doing great.
And then
yeah.
this episode was also an introduction to Sergeant Bosco.
Oh yeah. Yeah, him.
Who is also a semi-major character in the movie. Not really like a major character.
Yeah, but he's a big he's in the movie, and it's important that he is what we can say.
Yeah, and I think this is also an introduction to Mr. Darling, the bank person, who is also in the movie.
In the movie, yes. Pretty much everyone that gets introduced in this episode is in the movie. Like, I think. Well, there's a couple people who weren't, but I think this episode is just full of movie people.
I feel like when they were making the movie, they were thinking of this episode and like a few others. Like
absolutely.
Another single episode we're gonna do later is the Wharf episode, World War II.
Yes, yes. Oh God. Yeah, Mickey, Sergeant Bosco, all of movie characters. I feel like it's because later he moves on to like work at the carnival. I think it's just like, I don't know, why do you think they picked this specific like cast of characters to be like a center plot of the movie? That's actually really interesting to think about.
Yeah. I mean, the main cast is already Bob and Louise and Tina and Jean and Linda.
Yeah.
But like as side characters, well, we're gonna have to talk more about this in the movie. The movie episode is gonna be pretty long, I think.
I know, but I I love the movie. Oh God, we're gonna talk about this in the movie, but I love the movie so much. It means the world to me. But yeah, I really, that would be really like an interesting question to ask and find out the answer to. Because like, I mean, it's not like we're like, why them? Like, of course we know they're freaking lovely, but like, what made them be like, oh, like, it'd be interesting. I mean, I like the idea. I think maybe they would have started with like a mystery or something, but that'd be really interesting, like to ask them. No, next episode, no, but like that'd be really interesting to be like, what, like, did you guys just come up with this, and then it was just so coincidentally put in that like Mickey and them were in the plot, or was it more like a we came up with it because of Mickey and the carnival characters. Like, it's really interesting to think about, because, well, and then the whole too, because that was integrated into the season before, but I think that was when the movie had already been like made and stuff, right?
I think.
Yeah. So because they kept doing like foreshadowing to the in like the last couple of episodes, I think in season 13 or 12, I don't know. They
I
kept
think
doing
it
like,
was actually cause it's season 11.
yeah, season 11. Okay. So they kept doing that, like the whole starting to form and like the cracks showing or whatever. And now it's integrated into the theme song now, which is cool.
Yeah. And I wonder if they do another movie that they are probably going to do another movie.
Yeah, I hope so. I know it didn't perform really good in the box office, but the fans, we loved the movie. Like, it's so perfect and wonderful, and I really hope, if not another movie, then at least like another thing where we can have like the Bob's Burgers come together, fans, and come together and watch like some stuff. I just, oh, I
Oh
love
my
the
god, there's going to be a BobCon.
rare. Oh, you were saying, I legit thought,
That would be so cool.
I know everyone's just dressed up as Bob, Louise, Jane. Oh my god. Oh god, I legit for a second thought you meant, I was like, oh, what? And we haven't talked about it. No. But yeah, that's so funny.
That would be like amazing.
It really would. Oh my gosh. Um, actually, let me make sure about something right now. Yeah, okay, so we don't have BobCon, but at Comic Con Friday, July 21st, this year, they're gonna have like Bob's Burgers like panel, and they're gonna have a first look at an upcoming episode before the series returns to Sport Fox this fall. Yeah, that's, oh my god, my
Wait, when is that? And
Friday, July 21st. It's in California, San Diego. Sorry, San Diego. Well, California, San Diego, whatever. Anyways, it's in San Diego. If you guys are able to go to Comic Con, do that. Oh,
this episode is all over the place.
yeah, we're
With
so
me
sorry.
with me saying all the time.
Yeah, counter.
Oh my god. Before we give more work for our editor, I think I should end the episode here.
Yeah,
Thank you for tuning in. This one was all over the place because I am very bad at doing separate episode ones. Like, I think Human Flesh was okay, but
yeah,
I'll try to do better on
yeah. Also, both of us are raging neurodivergents, so like, they're gonna get off topic either way. Like,
I mean, a lot of podcasts do that.
yeah, if anything, you guys should have expected. Audience, you guys should expect. I don't know where I'm going with this bit. Just bye.
Next episode we'll promise to do way better because we like doing our separate character episodes.
Yes.
Because
Oh my
next
gosh.
episode we are doing us, Mickey and Sergeant Bosco.
Woo! Yes, our beloveds. Yeah.
And that will be our 10th episode so far.
Oh my, already?
Yeah. And, yeah. I've been planning this Mickey and Sergeant Bosco episode for 2 months now. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week for Mickey and Sergeant Bosco. We need to find a time to record that. Bye.
Bye.